Yo, and welcome to Shooting the Soil. Today, we're shooting a 15-gallon indoor soil pot again under the microscope with our camera rig here and seeing how it looks. We just recently added a JMS, which is the JADAM Microbial Solution, and it had a whole bunch of nice looking bacteria and also a decent amount of fungi. I was pretty surprised how much fungi I saw in a JMS that I brewed during winter. It thawed up just enough for me to harvest. And so here we are looking at the soil at 100x, and let's see what we see. Alright, we're seeing a lot of nice aggregates. We got a pretty crowded slide here, but that's okay. Didn't spread out as much as I would have wanted it to. But seeing nice aggregation as always. Couple little strands in there that looks like some good hyphae. See a little one there. Fungi hyphae, another fungi hyphae. And let's scroll around a little bit more. Oh yeah, let's make sure I see all chat up here so you guys can ask some questions if you want to. And I'll do my best to answer them. We're in week 16 of my regenerative soil course right now with Matt Powers. We're learning a ton of stuff about how to grow regeneratively and let the microbes feed our plants, because they've been doing it for a hell of a lot longer than we have. Anyway, so seeing some nice stuff here. Definitely getting these clear bits of, that's probably sand by the size of it, maybe clay, but or silt. Clay's the smallest. They'd be these little tiny pieces down here. But getting good aggregation, so we know the biology is working. Alright, let's see where we are on the slide here, and we're just going to do a scan around. Let's see if we can find some big microorganisms here. Alright, actually, we want to start up at the top. Let's go back this way real quick. Some more fungi hyphae, whole bunch of little strands in there. It's nice seeing strands just about every frame at 100x at least. I want to see one every frame at 400x. We're getting close. That's kind of a baseline for a one-to-one fungal hyphae is you want to see a nice hyphae every frame at 400. And seeing a lot out here at 100. And you can imagine zooming in that we probably see one in every 400 by the looks of it. And if you go back and look at my other, I did a previous video, big air bubble, but I did a previous video right after I added the endo and ecto mycorrhizal fungi amendment. Granular amendment that I got from Buildasoil. Definitely check them out. If you're into living soil, they know the way. And yeah, so you can actually go back and check out that video, see this bed before I added that and then after that. And we're definitely seeing a difference. Definitely seeing an improvement. Not finding any. Just kind of scanning the outside. Here's the edge. Not seeing any big life in there yet. When we zoom into 400x here, we're going to see all the life in this soil. Out here at 100x, all we're going to see is big ciliates, nematodes, and rotifers. What? Did I just see something moving in there? We haven't spotted any yet. It'd be nice to see a nematode. I haven't seen a nematode in the last couple of samples we've done on this, but we saw them previously in here. Kind of doing an up and down, kind of being random with the scan this week, or this sample. Let's see, what can we find? See, one thing we could do while we're doing this scan, actually it's kind of easier to find these guys, is we can do a little dark field. So let's grab our little dark field filter here. I'll stick that in, throw that over, and I gotta go to manual mode here. Should have the settings pretty close to dialed in, I think. Move that all the way up, view all the way open, close, lights all the way up, and I think we just need maybe a little bit more ISO. Yeah, we're usually right around 1600. A little more light. And there we go. And there we go. Dark field. Alright, let's take a little scan around here. Just looks a lot cooler. Almost looks like space. Hey Brian, how's it going? Doing a little scan for some big organisms here. I haven't found any yet. Oh, that's something interesting right here. That looks like an amoeba. Maybe an Arcella, which I just learned about from a video that I was watching from a Elaine Ingram student. And they're a good aerobic type of amoeba. It's kind of what that looks like. But it is very interesting. I don't know, we might have to dive in and check that out at closer magnification. So bear with me as we pull back out of dark field. It will switch back over to auto. Yeah, that looks like an Arcella in the bright field. They are an amoeba, aerobic amoeba, that I just learned about actually the other day. So let's flip over to 400x and get a closer look at these. So whenever you're seeing aerobic organisms in your soil, you know it's a good sign. Yeah, we can get a little bit. Let's see if we can get a little bit better shading on this. Yeah, there we go. I'm pretty sure I think he's just got a... Yeah, I think it's just a piece of this... I think he's got a piece of an aggregate on his head, but they're just sitting on top of him. But I'm pretty sure what that is. Yeah, so you don't want to see you want to see more anaerobes than or aerobic organisms than anaerobes, being anaerobic organisms, which are those are more the ciliates, rotifers, and stuff like that. All right, so we're gonna. Oh yeah, while we're in here, let's see what we see for bacteria. Yeah, there's a decent amount. Everything wiggling around down here. You see bacillus shaped, and then the round guys are coccus, and those are the main two. Oh, every once in a while you see a spirilla, or my Windows bar pop up when I move my mouse over there. And we got a little fungal hyphae over there. Let's take a quick gander at that. Oh, another nice big one up above it. Yeah, a little fungal hyphae popping out there. Here's another strand. Yeah, pretty nice and uniform. Oh wow, it goes way over here. Yeah, it's not great color, but most likely beneficial. Let's see. Oh, another. Two nice. There's a nice dark fungal hyphae. A little bit lighter one. Probably just a little bit younger, this one. Another piece here. So yeah, we are definitely improving. See? None in that slide, but if we go over here, none in that slide. But there we go, we got one there. So getting close to that 1-to-1 ratio, I think. Oh, we got a spore. Got a nice fungal spore there. Let's get a little bit better focus on that. There we go. It's kind of a weird shaped thing in there. What that is. Maybe it's a antennae or something of a bug. Yeah, looking pretty good. Let's take a quick closer look at the bacteria here. Yeah, not seeing a lot of spirilla. Saw a lot of spirilla in the JMS that we made. No little snaky ones. But yeah, good amount of bacillus and round cock-sized shapes. Can't complain. Keeping a decent count. Yeah, pollen usually looks pretty crazy. It's like all spiky and like looks like something that if you got it caught in your nose would definitely make you sneeze. Or in your eye would definitely irritate you. It looks like they usually look like some sort of, medieval ball weapon. There's some nice fungal hyphaes right there, though. Lots of hyphaes. Alright, let's see if we can find any, I haven't seen much pollen. But, actually some of my greens, I just let go to seed. My lettuce, yeah, there's a little spore tucked away in the aggregate there. Take a quick look at this aggregate. Oh look, there's a spore, there's a fungal hyphae in the aggregate. That's cool. So since fungi externally digest, that's somehow, I don't think it's on the top. I think it's actually inside. But yeah, so he's digesting and pulling nutrients out of that aggregate right there. Yeah, because they digest externally. It's pretty neat. Did we just see something move over here? No, I think it's just bacteria bumping into stuff. Oh, this just moved really fast. Where'd it go? Yeah, thanks, B. We're working on it. Alright. Let's, where are we at on this slide here? We still got a little bit more scanning to do. So we're gonna go out to 100x. Actually, let's go all the way out to 40x. See if we can just spot something moving around in there real quick to look at. Cool. Alright, this is gonna take a little bit of focus. Yeah, here. There we go. Anything in there moving around? I'm happy with just bacteria and fungi, even though you need that. You need some predators, though. You need the complete soil food web. It'd be nice to find a nematode in there. Anything up over here in the open? Not much. Where are we at? A little bit more focus. We are out pretty far, so it is pretty tough to find them or spot them. Going the wrong way, right about there. Yeah, I still haven't found a naked amoeba moving around. I've been hoping to see one of them. They're always cysted up for me. Just in a little ball. Or the testate amoebas that are like little egg shaped with usually like, flat part on the end. See a lot of them. Yeah, but it would be really cool to see one out moving around. Anybody see anything? No organisms yet. Or at least I haven't spotted them. A lot of times I miss them. It's funny, you'll scan the whole slide perfectly and then you'll come back and all of a sudden there's one that you missed. When you could have swore you looked at every inch of it. They're moving around, so sometimes you come back by and they're already moved on to where you were just looking. Alright, there's got to be something moving in there. No? I love this nice aggregation. See some big fungal hyphae even out here at 40x. Kind of looks like a nematode, but it's not moving. Just the shape. But, I think it's just some kind of plant matter. See if there's anybody down this way. No luck. Oh, there we go. Yay, we found one. We got a nematode. Alright, zoom in. Probably, yeah, let's make sure we see him on the slide. There he is. Skinny long one. Well, yeah, let's see if we can... There we go. We got it. Now we're in at 400x. Let's see if he'll hold still enough to get a... Oh. Probably have to take a recording, since he's moving all over the place, to actually see what type he is. Ooh, yep, this is tough. Just got a brief look at his mouth. I got a theory where we can start getting a good guesstimate on what nematodes are just by the way they're moving. Just how this guy is kind of sweeping back and forth. Like others will kind of like predatory ones kind of, I feel like they act like a predator. Like they'll be stiller at times and then move really quick. Or you get the ones that like to curl up in a ball and then shoot out. Yeah, it's always tough to get them to pose. quick peek at his mouth. Oh. Yeah, stay right there. Oh. Looking inside of his body to see if we see. Yeah, it kind of looks like bacteria in his body more than anything else. But it's kind of not really the way to identify him. We really need to see the mouth parts. Oh, ooh, got a quick little glimpse at him. But yeah, maybe I'll try to take a recording, and I could always post something later. So yeah, we'll go on record, see if we can get a glimpse, and then I can slow it down and grab a snapshot if I can get it. Oh, well, that's pretty close. I almost saw a little spike in his head, but I think that was just his mouth. Ooh, oh, that was close. They are tough to get. But I'll slow that down. I think I might have got a quick glimpse there, a frame or two. But yeah, he's yeah, pretty fascinating little microorganisms. It's tough, but oh yeah, that's a good idea. Could just let it slide out, dry out, and then when he's dead, take another peek. But yeah, it's the tip in front of his mouth. I don't see too much. Oh, he's holding still there for a second. Just how he's kind of waving around and seems to be going after the well, actually, we got a fungal hyphae right here. So if he doesn't go after that, then he's probably not a fungal feeder. Oh, he just poked at it, but be really interesting to see if he actually. But no, I just got a pretty good look. I think he's a bacteria. I don't see any decent sized spike or anything in there. Yep, seems like he's more. Oh, he's moving the aggregate around. That would tell us for sure if he took a bite out of this hyphae, he would have to be on this plane with the hyphae if he was going for it. Oh, but no, it doesn't really seem interested. Alright. Should we go look around a little bit more? See if there's anything else we see? What was that actually? No, just an aggregate. Alright, let's take some glances around in here at 400x. Yay, good hyphae. It's a really nice looking one. Alright. Oh, what's that? Huh, that's weird looking. Is that an organism or an aggregate? Right here. It looks like a mineral fragment right there, but it's like half moon shaped. No, I think it's just a weird shaped aggregate. Or a piece of mineral. There's some bacteria on the top eating away at it. That's my guess. Oh yeah, I've been thinking about trying the lighter method and just giving it a little cook to slow them down. Got a little fast-moving, bumbling guy. Might have been a flagellate. Where'd he go? Probably lost him. Little one-cilia protozoa, probably. Alright, what else cool can we find? Hey, what's that bumbling around in there? Can't quite get the focus on him. I think he's trapped under that, under this piece of silt or sand. That's a little flagellate trying to get out of there. Small protozoa. Alright, what else can we find? Good diversity, though. I'm glad we found a nematode in this slide. Better than seeing rotifers and ciliates. More on the aerobic side. But still cool seeing. I like seeing the rotifers. They're scary looking microorganisms. Let's look at what's this a piece of here? This big strand. Ooh. Could be a big fungal hyphae or root, but it's got some really nice. It looks all crystallized. It could be from the digestion of a big fungal hyphae, or it's just a root breaking down. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, that kind of looks like some hyphae coming out of it. Oh yeah, more hyphae coming out of there too. Clear one. Here's where I really want epifluorescence and some backlighting so we could really get an idea of what this is. Someday we'll afford the next level of microscope that's what is it, at least 10 times the price of this one. Maybe more. Alright. What's that? It looks like a dead microorganism decomposing, or it was once a nematode, or one of these days I'm gonna find a tardigrade. Kind of want to go search some moss and just see if I can like drop a couple of tardigrades into my indoor soil to see if they multiply. So that would be cool. Having some water bears. Just for the sake of having them. I'm not really sure about their benefits, but they're part of the system, so they must benefit in some way. I think they tend to be more in very wet conditions. Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was plant matter. I wonder if it was a root. I hope it was that was actually one of my plant roots that I pulled out with the sample, and that was fungi coming out of it. That would be a good sign of inoculation. Alright. Anybody got any last minute questions or comments? We're getting ready to wrap things up for this one. We got a pretty good look at this sample. Saw some cool stuff. Saw a nematode, and I think we're advancing nicely. Whoa, what's this? That's weird looking. That might be a type of hyphae. It's got like cell walls on both sides. There's a lot of different types. Very uniform. And it's got those weird little nodules in there. Huh. Fascinating. Drop a comment if you ever seen anything like that in your soils or know what that strand is. I'm guessing it's some type of hyphae. There's a lot of different looking ones. See, this one's questionable here. See how that's, so that may not be a beneficial, but not the worst. Only seeing one of them in there. You just don't want to see everything all weird, different shape like this. Could be actinomycetes but I mean it's not the worst. Could just be a good hyphae that got banged up by all these aggregates around here, but not exactly what you want to see. Alright. Yep, I haven't used anything on this bed for I used to use for years bottles, but there's not much left of that soil in here as far as organic bottle nutrients goes. It's pretty much all been re-amended, and now all I use is compost, worm castings, and JMS, EM from Tera Ganix. I use that, and other than that, it's all the biology feeding my plants. Been experimenting with some some different top dress amendments. We do a little bit of barley, crushed barley. Been using a little bit of kale, but that's just top dressing, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. And so far, it's working great, and I haven't had a single pest problem. Seen predatory bites, but no mite problems. No powdery mildew. And the plants are looking super healthy. So, gotta say, I'm glad I made the switch, and I would recommend everybody do so as well. But yeah, I've been testing out everything on this soil, so I've been whoa, look at these good hyphaes. Yeah, rock on. But yeah, my problem is I want to test out everything and put everything on there, and sometimes that can lead to what we like to call in the living soil world of being a moron. But we're borderline that, but more good hyphae. Yeah, like to see a lot of hyphae. Oh, what's this? That is, yeah, I think that's. We got another fungal spore over there. Yeah, not too bad. Well, down here we see all the little bacteria moving around. That's where most of the activity is going on. But yeah, we're seeing. We don't want to see too much big life in our soil. We want to see a little bit. We saw that one nematode. So I think I worked out some math. So since we saw one nematode, that means in my 15-gallon pot, if I find one nematode on every slide, then that means there's about 5.7 million of them in that 15-gallon pot, which is pretty incredible. All right, we're going to answer a couple of questions here before we finish things up. What do we got? All right. Yep. Yeah, like more crystalline structures, the better. I think that's what you really want. Or well, the plain clear stuff right here. Yeah, that's probably left over from almost a year and a half ago when I was using the bottled organic nutrients. But it's getting less and less as the biology does its job. And let's see. Yeah, well, it's with with a lot of the organic stuff, it's especially when you're building a soil, it's more is not the worst thing when you're getting started. It's just then you need to cool out and let it do its thing once you build it. But you definitely want to, you know, have a really good healthy soil for the biology to take hold and have some good food and everything like that and develop its system and start that nutrient cycling. Oh, doesn't look like a spore as so much as a little cyst or egg of some sort. It's got this weird little bump over here on this side too. Whoop. Yeah, maybe it's a cyst and that's where the organism's gonna pop out or has popped out because I don't really see anything in there. Pretty neat. Another good fungal hyphae. And yeah, I think that about wraps things up here. Anything else cool? Well, we got another little fungal spore right there. I like the football shaped ones. They're always pretty neat. Yeah, the anaerobic organisms are very cool. I do have one that I did of just pond water, and I just put some of my friends' music to it. So it's just it's a bunch of big, really cool looking microorganisms swimming around. Actually, and I got a arthropod eating a little protozoa in it. And yeah, that was probably one of the neatest things that I found checking out that pond soil. But or got to witness actually somebody eating something. That was pretty neat. Yeah, leaf mold is great. Really, more life than age worm castings or compost. Wow. Yeah, I'm doing an experiment right now where we just had a flood. So I got tons of seaweed and leaves just washed up in a huge pile on my front yard. So of course I had to rake all that up to get it off my lawn. Just can't have a 4-inch thick of seaweed and leaves sitting there. A little bit of crushed up leaves is good for the lawn, but that would have just killed it. And I piled it up, so let's see how seaweed and leaves will break down into leaf mold here in a bit of time. Definitely be scoping that out, and 6 months from now, because I just piled it up. Yeah, what are you using for a scope, Brian? I really recommend, if you want something like this, going with a crop sensor, DSLR, because you can get, actually I got it right here, this little adapter only costs like $30 off Amazon, where this adapter for my full frame costs $600. So if you have a crop sensor, you can pretty much do the same thing and have all the adjustments, and I think you'll get some some really nice stuff. Other than that, there's the cheap 5 megapixels, and then easy peasy for quality like this would be just to get one of those microscopes from the 4K AM cameras, and then just plop it right in. But they're kind of pricey too, but it's still going to be just as much as buying a nice DSLR. Or actually, the 4K camera is like almost $600, I think, from Amscope. So you could probably get away with something that will do 4K and a DSLR crop sensor these days for actually less money. So yeah, is that the Omax 5 megapixel? Yeah, I haven't seen anything great for them, but they get the job done. I mean, you're going to be able to see the shapes and sizes and know what's in your soil, but I really want to step up to even a better microscope to take advantage of this full frame camera and get just a little bit more clarity. And also I really want to play around with epifluorescence. That almost looks like a diatom there, that big square clear thing. Did use a little fish brew in this soil, so that might be a diatom leftover from the fish brew. Used that quite a while ago, though. There's a nice aggregated, kind of crystallized hyphae. Looks like a little spore there too. But yeah. Alright, I think that will just about wrap it up from this. Open fluorescent isoscope. That sounds interesting. It's an microscope. Or microscope? Or did you just mean microscope? Open flexure. What's open flexure microscope? Not sure if I ever heard that. Alright. Alright, guys. Well, Happy New Year's, and wish you all the best growing season in 2023 here. I think we're going to wrap things up, and yeah. Until the next video, wish you all the best, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.